It was news that started with a ripple, then turned into a wave.
Nebraska punter Sam Foltz killed in a car accident.
From walk-on to the Big Ten Punter of the Year, if the Nebraska Cornhuskers had a heartbeat, most would tell you it was Sam.
Tonight, that heart is hurting.
Tonight, a family is missing their son, brother, and teammate.
And welcome. Our top story is the pain Husker Nation is feeling tonight. As so many try to understand what happened overnight, this is what a lot of people are doing today, stepping back, reflecting, and praying.
The shock of Sam Foltz's death hit Husker Nation hard, and tonight there are still many unanswered questions about what happened overnight on a Wisconsin road.
The crash happened in the town of Merton, Wisconsin, which is about 30 minutes west of Milwaukee in Waukesha County. The sheriff's office there says Sam was a passenger in a car that former Michigan State punter Mike Sadler was driving.
Investigators say Sadler lost control on the wet road and hit a tree. Sam and Mike both died at the scene. A third person in the vehicle, current LSU kicker Colby Delahousse, was taken to the hospital. And the three young men were in Wisconsin serving as college and professional staff members at a kicking camp.
As news of Sam's death spread on social media, players and fans gathered outside Memorial Stadium for a vigil. Tell Bill Rentschler is live there. Bill?
Well, Owen, Bridget, it was an incredibly emotional gathering this afternoon as hundreds of Sam Foltz's teammates, other Husker athletes, and Husker fans gathered just outside of Memorial Stadium to remember Sam after he passed away. Now, Husker Graham Nabity played his guitar while many others sang along while remembering Sam. Players spoke about how he embodied what it really means to be a Husker. He was the first one in the weight room and the last to leave, always working to get better and always encouraging his teammates to get better and not give up. But most of all, many spoke about Sam's faith, saying that right now he was looking down on them from heaven.
Just his mentality, his drive was just so contagious. He was the epitome of Husker football, the biggest example and representation of that in my life, I would say.
Now, a small memorial has started in front of the Tom Osborne and Brooke Behringer statue here just outside the north side of Memorial Stadium, with people laying flowers and other Husker memorabilia in remembrance of Sam. Now, I did not personally know Sam, but from everything that I heard at this afternoon's vigil and read online from players' tweets and stories about Sam, he embodies the words above me more so than most. Destiny is not a matter of choice, not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice, rather. Sam went from a walk-on player from Greeley, Nebraska to a scholarship player here at the university, and he will be sorely missed. Reporting live just outside Memorial Stadium, Bill Rentschler, 1011 News.
All right, Bill, obviously a very sad day, but good to see people coming together.
Well, Husker football coach Mike Riley called the time spent with Sam a blessing, adding the team will honor his memory every day moving forward.
He went on to say in a statement last night, we lost one of the best young men who I've ever had the honor to coach and who has ever worn the Nebraska uniform. Sam was universally loved and respected by everyone he touched and on whom he had a positive influence each and every day. His tragic loss is immeasurable to his family, his friends, his classmates, his teammates, and his coaches, and our thoughts and prayers are with all of them. The young men in our football program are hurting, but I know that their strength of character and resolve will bring us together, and we will honor Sam every day moving forward.
Now, Sam Foltz was the kind of player who knew what his role on the Nebraska football team meant. Just 5 days ago, he tweeted this picture from the Uplifting Athletes Road Race. That was held a week ago today, writing in that tweet, quote, "You never know who's watching. What impact do you want to leave on the next generation to aspire to? Hashtag dream big."
That tweet gives you perspective on the kind of person Sam Foltz was.
Well, he was a phenomenal punter, being named the 2015 Big Ten Punter of the Year. He was more than just a football player on the field. He was loved and respected by the community for what he did when he took off the pads. 1011's Max Massey is live in the studio with more. Max?
This truly is a sad day in Husker Nation. We're hearing stories from some of Sam's old teammates, coaches, and people close to him who say he was more than just a great football player, but a great person as well. Sam used his football fame to help people promoting and participating in fundraisers. Earlier this week, the Husker was part of the Matt Lindsay Memorial Golf Tournament to help fund research to fight cancer. And just last week, Sam and his teammates sponsored the Uplifting Athletes Road Race to raise money to fight pediatric brain cancer. 1011 spoke with Sam about what that event meant to him.
It's an opportunity for fans and kids to come out and interact with the football team, come out, do a road race, either a 1K or a 5K. and just raise awareness and money for a great cause and great organization. So we're very happy to do it, very proud to do it, and that's something we look forward to every year.
President of UNL, Hank Bounds, says Sam was a beloved son, leader on his team, role model in our community, an extraordinary ambassador for the University of Nebraska. Team graduate manager Brock Brander tweeted out, "You always said you wanted to be like me, but I just wanted to be half the man you were. Miss you, buddy. Hashtag RIP27.
All right, thank you very much, Max. And Sam, along with several other college and professional punters, were in Wisconsin serving as staff and role models for hundreds of young football players. Cole's kicking camp director Jamie Cole issued this statement today, saying in part, quote, "Sam and Mike each had amazing careers as student athletes in the Big Ten Conference, but more importantly, they were tremendous men off the field. We are so grateful for the opportunity we have had to know these men and their families. We mourn today with the Foltz and Sadler families. We mourn today with the football programs of Nebraska and Michigan State. We mourn today with all of the people who were better men and women for knowing Sam and Mike."
Well, a punter and kicker from Gothenburg High School in Nebraska was attending the Cole's kicking camp and got to meet Foltz this weekend. I did a FaceTime interview earlier today with Gothenburg football player Dominic Long. Long is a kicker, punter for the team. He really looked up to Foltz, saying when he went on the field, you knew something good was going to happen. Long said at the camp there was no way he was not going to introduce himself to Foltz, and so he did. It wasn't a long chat, but the impression was indelible, and Long talked about it with me this afternoon from Wisconsin.
I talked to him probably, it was actually only for about a minute, maybe. Yeah, the last thing he said to me was, you know, make yourself and Nebraska proud, and that's definitely something now that's, you know, going to stick with me, and I'm going to carry that through this next step in my recruiting process, playing college, and definitely beyond.
And that young man told me it was a dream to meet him and liked the fact they were both from small towns and could make it to big-time football.
And while many students aren't on campus yet, for those who are, it's been a tough day to say the least. Sam was an exceptional student athlete. His Husker bio shows he earned his degree in agronomy in May of this year. One incoming freshman had the opportunity to meet Sam this summer and couldn't believe what had happened overnight.
It was really heartbreaking. I know the impact he had on all the athletic department throughout the entire school, and I know it's going to be a hard road getting back.
Brush says she'll always remember Sam as greeting everyone he met with a very warm smile.
Now, everything you've just heard shows you the kind of person Sam Foltz was, and here at 1011 News, no one knows that more than Sports Director Kevin Sjuts. Kevin.
And Kevin, you've not only had the opportunity to cover Sam from a football standpoint, but you also have a unique perspective from a personal relationship.
Yeah, Sam is one in a million, to say the least, and we are certainly missing him today. You know, to me, Sam Foltz was never an athlete. He was an amazing human being with tremendous athletic skill. Our interviews were never interviews, they were conversations. He was real, friendly, engaging, and kind. I remember talking to Sam Foltz about his youth. He shared stories of kicking a football as far as he could on the family farm. I remember covering him in high school. He made trips from Lincoln to Grand Island for me, worth every second. And in college, he never lost his gentle spirit. Sam would chat while walking out for practice. He'd remind you of the Royals' record, and even one time he served as a one-person viewing audience for one of my nightly sportscasts. He jokingly heckled me, yet offered encouragement. This past spring, my son's first-grade class had Superhero Week. He invited 2 Husker players to come to the school. One was Sam Foltz. Sam sat in front of the classroom, playfully teased a Packers fan, and took enough pictures to fill up an entire memory card. Never mind, this was midweek between weightlifting and class. Sam greeted members of the staff at the school. He signed a few autographs and stood in the parking lot with me an extra 20 minutes outlining his future. No one knew that future would end 3 months later. This afternoon, behind my tears, I had to share with my son Sam Foltz had died. I can't think of a better role model for a 7-year-old, or anyone else for that matter. Sam was a man of integrity. He was giving of his time, his smile was infectious, and his love for others was far-reaching. I am privileged to have known Sam Foltz. He was great on the field, but better off of it. So much better. I can only hope my son, one day, can stand for all the things that Sam Foltz did.